every time I'd see her when we'd get on, or even in the family group chat, she would always, my son's name's supposed to start with an A, so she'd always make up a different A name. Like, she'd call him, like, Albuquerque and Acapulco. And she's like, what are they up to? And it was just so funny. But anyways, so Sunday, we see her on the family group chat. Wednesday, I'm at work. I had just dropped off my first client of the day and was going to pick up two people to take them back for group. And my brother calls me. And me and my brother don't call each other very often.
Okay. So it's kind of threw you off when he called you?
Yeah, like he never, and my aunt had texted me earlier and was like, hey, I've been trying to get a hold of your mom.
Right.
Is she getting ready for work? Do you know where she is? I'm like, well, sometimes if she's getting ready for work, she leaves her phone upstairs to keep charging for the day. So I called my mom, and my mom answered. She's like, yeah, I had messages from Erin. And I was like, yeah, she just texted me to tell you to call her. So my mom does that. So about 20 to 30 minutes goes by after I finish with my first client, and then my brother's calling me, and I'm like, respectfully, in the past, anytime he's called me, it's either that they're coming to visit or somebody has passed away. That's just kind of how our phone calls go. Usually we text each other if it's something
and
like...
assuming since you just came back from that family trip to Arkansas where you said your brother lives, this was a call about bad news.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he calls me and he tells me that Jenny had passed away, and I'm like, holy crap, like, we just saw her and she looked good, she looked okay, she was laughing and joking with all of us.
Right.
What the hell happened? I don't
well,
excuse me, but like,
so there's a lot to unpack with that, you know. A very unexpected death can hit hard and hit quick, and I strongly encourage you to hold on to that memory though of how you did last see her. You know, I think that's very important. And and then, you know, of course, there's a lot to go along with the grieving process and everything, but
yeah, especially when we're so far away.
Absolutely.
So, and we kind of got the story about how it all happened, and she had went into the ER because she just was in pain, and her husband was just like, okay, you tell me when you're ready to go. And she finally said, well, I don't know. And he's like, cool, then we're going. And so they took her to the ER. They're like, let's transfer her to another hospital because tomorrow we're going to meet for a biopsy to start that process.
Yeah.
And in the ambulance transport, something shifted. They said 99% chance she probably had a clot that probably moved to her heart, and it just stopped her heart. So to handle all of that, because it's really hit all of us, because we've just all gotten so close in these last we've been close, but we just got closer because of COVID and just seeing each other just
on a more regular basis.
Yeah, and just talking, and I relied on her a lot when I would need to vent about my mom.
Yeah.
So
real quick, because I know we're on a little bit of time limit.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're at a good place right now, though? And
yeah, they've already had kind of a small, just family, intimate little
memorial service type thing,
like a funeral for her. Yeah. And now we're gonna they're planning like a bigger one, so people have planned for July. Okay. So now I have time to like plan and to go and actually celebrate her life.
That's good.
And she was cremated, and she's sitting in a cookie jar, and that weirdly brings me joy because that just represents who she is as a person. So knowing that I have the time to plan like travel plans accordingly, because it's 14-15 hours.
And good thing it was in July, not the middle of the school year.
Yeah, and yes, and I can coordinate like plans for travel for my kids and working with my new job, and because they were so gracious. My supervisor was fantastic when I found out, because I kept my composure when I had my clients in the car, and then once I got them inside and I was by myself, then all the emotions just kind of like the panic attack hit me, sobbing. Supervisor's amazing. I go in, I tell the guy that I run the group with, I just lost someone and I didn't expect to lose someone, and they're like, you're fine, go take care of yourself. And my fiance was able to come and see me. He was able to just bring comfort, yeah. So that was a big part. So doing really well, although it just I'm
still
sure
hard.
the tears will come once we go to the actual service to celebrate her life. But she wants to have a cookout. She like was talking about that. She's like, don't you dare celebrate me in some boring church service. I want like they talked about getting like a pig and just like roasting a pig and having a bonfire and just sharing memories and happiness, and that's who she was. So that's kind of alleviated that a little bit, so other things can
more of a celebration than a mourning service.
Exactly, because that is not who she was. Like I said, she's in a cookie jar, and that just represents her to a T.
Yeah. So, I've heard of many things in my life, but a cookie jar is pretty unique.
I know. It's Ginny.
For sure.
Yes.
So you did bring up your mom.
Yeah.
Are you still living with her?
Yes, still living with her.
And I know last time you kind of mentioned that you'd like to kind of set a goal to move out of your mom's.
Yeah, and fortunately, I've been able to alleviate some debts that have just been kind of stressful. Just made an executive decision from my old job, and
well, very good.
Yeah.
So, one thing I kind of want to touch on with you today about this, plan and goal to move out of your mom's is it's called SMART goals. Are you familiar with SMART goals?
I don't think I've heard of that.
Okay. So SMART goals are a goal that you can identify that is specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, it's relevant, and you can track. It's time trackable. Like you can set a time to it in a sense, right?
Okay.
So let's say let me think. So the specific goal.
Yes.
Is move out of your mom's house, right?
Yes.
Okay. How would you measure progress with that?
Well, I think getting some finances in order is like a part of that. Like,
probably save up a certain amount of money by a certain time.
Yes, and because the goal, I don't want to move into a rental. I would like to have a house.
Oh, so the goal would be move out of mom's. By buying a house.
By buying a house, yeah. So that would be the specific.
So the goal would probably be more so buying a house.
Yes.
Okay. So specifically, buy a house, because if it's just move out of mom's, it's just move out of mom's into anything, right? Because the goal is to move out of mom's. But if you're shifting more towards wanting to actually buy a house and that be the goal,
yes.
We'll identify that as the specific. How would you measure the progress in buying the house?
Probably should reach out to I don't know, like a loan officer or something, and then understanding the financial part of it, because I know there's things like closing costs or down payments or both.
Yeah.
I guess those.
I believe it is a process, and one thing you could probably do is do a little bit of research. Maybe talk with do you have a bank?
I do.
Maybe make some contact with them.
Okay.
Develop yourself maybe like a little checklist.
Okay.
And that's kind of how you could start your measuring. You know what I mean?
Okay, that makes sense.
So once you have an idea of, and they tell you, you got to do this, 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 and this.
Okay.
You could start your own little journal for your SMART goal journal.
Okay.
And kind of make those little boxes and start checking off, start measuring it.
Okay. That would probably be really smart, because I do better when things are written in front of me versus relying on a phone or my brain.
I'm the same way. I have to have eyes on it. If you tell it to me, good luck. That's why I have to take notes when we speak.
Exactly. Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
So specific, measurable,
achievable.
Okay.
Buying houses, believe it or not, still achievable in this day and age.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot more to it than there was back, when our grandparents bought their houses.
Shoot, even when my mom bought the house she lives in,
when they paid 2 chickens and a sack of potatoes for a house.
Pretty much. Now you need a pterodactyl wing and the blood of a goat or something. I don't know, something very outlandish.
Yeah, it's a lot more difficult today than it used to be. But it's still achievable.
Yes.
Okay. And it's relevant. So why is buying a house important for you? What makes it relevant to you specifically?
Well, I would like to have a more my own space. I'm grateful that I am able to be where I am I'm glad my kids have a safe place to sleep every night, but it's not ours.
Right.
If I leave a mess across my table or across my floor, I don't want to be on eggshells worrying about that mess being there for more than a day.
Right.
Obviously I'm not going to let my lives.
Is that something you're kind of currently dealing with, living at your mother's? Constantly?
Even with like things that we do take care of, it's like
what kind of issues do you feel kind of stir up with that?
Well, just, I mean, having kids living in a house in general, just when, I mean, I know my mom's not a spring chicken, as we've commonly themed this to, like just simple things being left out, and that can be like hazardous to her. Like, she's not moving as great as she used to, but
but kids even with toys, I'm
kids
sure,
with toys
get left in the walkways,
right? And then even just like chipping in with like the chores that we do handle. Like, it seems like even though we do those things, it doesn't matter. I don't know how to describe it, but
that's okay. So really, it kind of sounds like the relevancy for you would be giving not only you your own space, but your mother her own space back, and your boys a place where they can kind of
feel a little more free
and not quite so rigid.
Yes, yes, and just having them, just your own home, I mean, is the biggest thing, and that's just, I think the ultimate goal is just, peace of mind. I'm like, I would rather be stressing over worrying about my mortgage payment than if a toy is left on in the middle of the floor,
or pots left on the stove, or a dish in the sink. I'm sure.
Yes, that's you nailed it. I feel like dishes is definitely a big one.
So the last part of the SMART goal is time based.
Yes.
Buying a house could probably be a little bit of a lengthy process.
Yeah. Especially when I don't seem to have. I have like ideas, but I haven't put them into motion as much as I probably should.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. By what time would you say that you would like to make this purchase of a new home?
I'd say between 6 months to a year.
So pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Do you feel like by putting it at such a short notice that you might be kind of overextending yourself, kind of like you may do it at a certain job that you mentioned you work at? Or do you have say $5,000 to $10,000 down for a down payment, stuff like that? You know what I'm saying?
I've started building.
I'm not trying to knock you down. I'm just trying
but
a realistic approach.
Yeah.
I don't want us to try to work on this, and you know, you go on and think here in 6 months because Seth told me that I know SMART goals now. I can buy a house in 6 months, so we got to be a little bit more realistic.
I feel like that's what the R should mean instead of relative, for me, anyways. Relevant. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
But yeah. Ideally, it'd be nice maybe for time-wise for a year to have more saved.
Maybe some more of those check boxes marked off.
I think that would be more doable than like being in a house in a year. Right. I think that would be a more realistic goal, and taking better steps to get there. Like I said, I've been able to, we have been able to knock out. I know the financial side of it is a big thing, and I mean, we have car payments, we have regular things that we would want to add on to, and
life is expensive.
Yeah, luckily, coming into this position, like the pay wasn't like I didn't have to take a decrease or something, so that's been really nice, and just finding that balance. But yeah, having a more realistic timeline for putting money aside. Well, I mean, I think we didn't even mention that I'm still like still have a wedding that we're working on, but that is budgeted out, so I don't have to worry about that. So I think that's why it's not really on the forefront of my brain.
I think if you could budget out a wedding, you could probably budget out the down payment for a home.
Yeah,
pretty easily.
That's probably what we're gonna even ask for, probably as a gift for our wedding, because we don't really. Luckily for me, when we moved into my mom's home, we have a lot of things that we already would need for a house, so we don't necessarily need to go into our wedding expecting people to buy us like an armoire and a knife set. We've got those things in storage, thankfully. So if I know some people like do honeymoon funds or something like that. So I'm like, I that's kind of something we've talked about. Just like help us get a house fund or something creative. But
there are some cultures out there, that I was learning about over time that's what they do for younger people when they get married is the family comes together and helps throw them that little bit of extra help with getting a house. So maybe that's something that you and your fiance could probably land on. And when were you getting married again?
It's 4.5 months.
4.5 months. So so say that did happen and you guys were able to get that help from your family members. I think that could definitely put the 1 year mark at being more attainable.
And and I think that's probably something to lean on. And like some people, because I went to a friend's wedding a couple years ago, and by that point she'd been with her fiance for like 5 years, and they have established a home. They're like, we don't need things. So they just had a QR code that like went to like they created, I think, a Venmo or something, and people were just able to donate to that.
Oh, that's cool.
And I don't know if they ever, like, some people use it for like a honeymoon fund, but we've talked about a honeymoon, but we're like, we really want a house. That's just a more
it's more of a permanent thing.
And trips are
great for memories. But a house you could build a lifetime of.
I was like, that's like exactly. So that's why I'm And
it sounds like you take trips pretty frequently as it is.
I know. I've been fortunate. So so we'll make our own little, and we've even talked about even only going away like a couple hours to like a town that's nearby, just have someone watch the kids and go eat Texas Roadhouse. Like, we're very simple people. So but that works.
Nothing wrong with Texas Roadhouse.
No, and we're just the big extravagant things can come on later. I think we're both kind of on that same path of wanting our own space. So
do you feel that when you move out of your mom's, do you feel that there'll be any kind of emotions that come from that? Like,
there's gonna probably be quite a bit. I think more relief and peace for me. I think it'll be with my younger son. He's 4. I think it might just alleviating a little bit of confusion and like why. But even here lately, we haven't even talked about like trying to get a house, like, because he's 4, he's doing whatever he wants, but he calls this his grandma's house. Like, so he's already kind of picked up on those, like, and he's
the differences.
And even after we moved out of the apartment we had lived in for a while, he would even say, so when are we going back to our other house? I'm like, let's just.
He doesn't understand that this is where he's living for now. This is his permanent placement. But
it's grandma's house, and it's never just our house. But I feel like he's like putting it in his mind, like maybe he's making up his own house in his head, because I know I am. I picture our dream house as if we're already living there to bring it more into existence, because
trying to manifest it.
Yes, I believe in that 100%.
Sure.
So, and we'll get there. And I just, like we've talked about how they would want their rooms to look, and how I'm like, I've thought about my kitchen, like, just simple little things just to make it more of a reality once that moment hits, when we're like, oh, you know what, we are able to present a house that doesn't have grandma living in it.
Right.
We get to go visit grandma instead of just going upstairs. So
well, very good. So yes, this goal thing that we just covered, the SMART goals, I really strongly encourage you to I could get you a folder.
Okay.
And I'll try to get you or I will get you a SMART goals worksheet to kind of write all these things down.
Awesome.
The ultimate goal of our sessions, of course, is to not continue them forever. Right. At some point, I hope that I can help you build a toolbox of different skills and different, things that you can lean on and utilize.
Yeah.
And one day, you may think, you know what? I don't think I really quite need Seth anymore. or maybe I'll find the faith in you that I kind of want to give you that little push to try life out on your own and kind of go from there. But it doesn't have to be today. We keep working, but I just want to touch base on that a little bit, just to let you know that that's another goal that we could probably work towards at some point,
Yeah.
So.
I like that a lot. I feel like I could utilize that the smart
Smart
tools,
goals.
smart goals, into just like little goals to graduate to.
Yes.
'Cause
Smart goals is a really great technique for achieving goals, or just tracking progress, or even just trying new things, you know. I tried smart goals. My first smart goal was an experiment trying to stop caffeine and lose weight for a school project.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and
I could benefit from that.
I did, and when I stuck with it, I was winning in my goal and losing the weight, and I stepped away from the smart goal, and here I am, back to where I probably could lose a couple pounds, but that's okay.
But that's but it's good that
But it's sticking with it, you know what I mean?
Right,
If you stick with it, I think, you know, you're big one of wanting to buy this house in a year, and you know,
who knows, maybe if I have to have a follow-up so I can be like, hey,
yeah,
guess what? I'm a homeowner now.
absolutely, you know, and
Now I
and
cry
along
into
the
my
way-
mortgage bill. No.
you have just something new to panic over. Right?
Exactly.
Sure.
A good kind of panic, for sure.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I think it'll be a happy panic when you're looking at that
Yeah.
mortgage bill versus, you know, client caseload, new job, anxiety.
Yep.
It'll be more settled in by then.
And won't have to. The wedding will be done and over with.
Yeah, you'll be
That's
married.
one less thing. Yep. All the
Complete little family in their own home.
Yes. Exactly.
And at one point, no longer needing to come visit with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till then.
Till then. Until then. Again, I'm very glad that you met with me again today, and
Yeah.
I look forward to more meetings in the future.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Good to see you again. Thank you so much.
You betcha.